One day these ladies come in. It's two ladies. They come in, they have their lunch. They don't bother us. We don't bother them. Everything was good. The server goes to drop the check and the lady says, well, wait, before we pay, I have a $50 gift card. So the server came to get me to process it because the way that our system was set up, you had to have a manager's approval in order to enter the gift card information. So I go over to the table. I say, hey, ladies, how was everything? They said, everything was great. I said, wonderful. I want you to be able to enjoy the rest of this day. So if you could just give me the numbers to the gift card, I'll go ahead and I'll process it as soon as I can. So she says to me, she says, oh, somebody sent it to my mother, but my mother said that I can have it. I said, okay, that's not a problem. All I need is the gift card numbers. I don't know if you can have her email it to you or if she can screenshot it just so I can use the numbers to process it. She says, oh, I don't have a way of getting in touch with my mother. I don't know what she's doing, but I don't have access to the gift card right now. I was just hoping that you can apply it. So I say, well, unfortunately, that's not how our system works. I actually have to have the gift card numbers, especially since it's such a large amount, in order to, apply it to your bill. She says, oh, I worked at a restaurant before. I'm sure that there's a way that you can apply it. So I say, oh, I didn't know that you worked for. Which location do you work for? She says, oh, no, I've never worked at. I used to work at another restaurant. I said, oh, okay. So then I do have to let you know that not all restaurant systems are the same. Where you work may have been different, but here I have to have a physical gift card in order to take $50 off of your check. She says, well, can't you just look it up? So I said, well, if you can provide your mother's email address, it is a possibility that I can look it up. She said, oh, it wasn't through email. Someone gave her an actual gift card for her birthday and she wants me to have it. Okay, well, I cannot look it up now because it's not by email. I don't know where this person got it from. There's no way for me to track that, your mother has this gift card. Unfortunately, I cannot put this on a check. So now she has an attitude. She ends up paying. Boom. I thought that was the end of it. 32 minutes later, manager line 1. Now, I'm really big on having good phone etiquette, so my voice is going to be slightly different on the phone than you'll hear in person. So I pick up the phone and the lady goes, yeah, I was just in there and the manager was so rude and she refused to apply my gift card to my check. Not you telling on me to me. I said, oh no. I said, well, could you please provide clarification of which point you thought that I was rude to you? Because my only point was that I could not process the gift card without having the actual numbers to the gift card. She said, wait, what? I said, ma'am, I'm the only manager on duty. So the manager that you're referring to, it's me. She paused and she said, all right, well, maybe rude wasn't the right word. You're damn right it wasn't the right word. So then she says, well, I have money, but that wasn't the point. The principle of it was that I wasn't prepared to spend that much money on lunch today. And I said, and that is totally understandable because I was not prepared to take an unreasonable financial loss from any of our guests today. And then she hung up on me. So if you see this, ma'am, I hope you were able to find the gift card and use it.